You bring up
Terry's
a very good
great.
point.
By the way, you want him on your side.
Yes, he
you
is
want
on
this
my
next
side.
guy on your side,
You
too.
sure do. Here with us now, Democratic Pennsylvania Governor Ed Rendell. Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning, Governor.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Okay, so here's my question for you. You're talking to Hillary Clinton right now. What advice do you give her?
Well, my advice is stay the course. You know, I like Chris's analogy earlier in the show. This is about dead even in terms of popular vote and very little margin, pledged delegates. And our candidates won, if she wins West Virginia, 6 out of the last 8. Why would the person who's winning drop out?
Governor, come on. The math isn't there. At this point, isn't sort of the good of the party in her hands right now? Why stay the course?
Well, first of all, I think everyone has the right to vote. We've gone through this process, and I think the last 6 states have the right to vote. But I'd also say there's a case to be made to the superdelegates. I heard one of your guests say that no one has carried the White House. No one's gone into the White House without winning West Virginia. Well, it looks like, and again, you don't want to predict any of these things, it looks like Senator Clinton's going to win West Virginia by 15, 20 points. That should raise some doubts in the mind of superdelegates. We've got to find a candidate who can win and win the big states, win the Michigan, Florida, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. If we don't win 3 of those 4 states, we can't win the White House, and that should be of concern to our superdelegates.
You know, Governor, I've been trying to think about this in historic terms, Senator Clinton's decision. It is her decision to make, obviously. You know, when Churchill faced Hitler, not that that's the same thing, but his argument was, even after the fall of France, he said to the people around him who Halifax, who wanted to give in, he said, no, it's better to fight it for a while even. If we can fight the Nazis for a while, we'll be in a stronger position 3 months, 4 months, 5 months from now than we would be if we give in now. It was always a better fight to make the fight. And I think, is that the way she thinks, that come June 10th or so, after the Puerto Rican primary's over, she'll be in a stronger position vis-a-vis numbers. She'll have more strength going to the convention, and she will look better. You say 6 out of the last 8. Well, she may have as good a record, her loss in the win-loss column by then. Isn't that the thinking? She's stronger in June than she is now in May.
I think there's part of that, Chris, but I think part of it is to let the people vote. We've gone this far. Why disenfranchise 6 states, number one? And number two, she continues to show electoral strength. If you look at the key states, she's the stronger candidate. If you look at what's happening in states that are important recently, she's by far the stronger candidate. And there's a message there. But look, if in fact the math is clear, I do believe that Senator Clinton will do the right thing and unite the party. I know she does not want a fractured party. I know she cares very much about making change in this country happen, and I don't think she'll be a divisive force. But I think she feels very strongly that those people who grab her, you know, the lady she talked about, it's not over the lady in the pantsuit sings. Those same people grab me and say, don't let her drop out, Governor. Don't let her drop out. There are people out there who want her to take this at least to the finish of the primaries. And those people have a right to be heard.
Governor, you say she'll do the right thing, and she'll do the right thing for the good of the party. But at this point, you have a candidate that's holding on, saying that she's moving on until, what, the lady in the pantsuit sings? Is that what he just said? I mean, at this point, it does feel like perhaps the critics are going to start saying she's being damaging to the party, especially with lines like, I've got the white working class. Was that a mistake?
That was, yeah, obviously that was unfortunately phrased. There's no question about it. And everyone phrases things badly during a long, drawn-out campaign. She doesn't believe that only white people work hard in this country. She knows very well that African Americans, as Chris said, often are the first people up in the morning and the last people to go to bed at night. But look, if she may win West Virginia tomorrow by 15, 20 points, is there something that I'm missing? Why would she get out?
Governor Rendell, you are chairman of the Democratic Party, and you probably know the party as well as any living American. You're right. She could win West Virginia by 15 or 20 points. She lost North Carolina by 15 to 20 points. You mentioned she's stronger in these states. Why is Barack Obama seemingly so weak in places like Middle Pennsylvania?
Sure, good question. Yeah.
Well, let me start off by saying I'm not sure it's that Senator Obama's so weak. You all have discounted Senator Clinton's strengths. I think she's connected with Americans incredibly in this campaign. Chris, I walked with her in Scranton and Pittsburgh in the St. Patrick's Day parades, and it was unbelievable how citizens, women in the forefront, but all citizens, treated her like a rock star because she's been knocked down, she's got up, she's fought, and the American people like a fighter, and she's tough, and that's what the American people want in a president. So I think it's not Senator Obama's weakness per se. I think it's Senator Clinton's strength. There's no question about it.
The only thing I'd add to that is I think there was a dynamic there which was really wondrous for her, because he made the comment about bitter small-town people with their guns and their religion as a knock. And then Hillary reminded everybody she grew up in the summers in Scranton, and she came out as the girl from Scranton. As I said before, almost a GED. She didn't have any Wellesley or any Ivy League thing going on. I think it was a propulsion that she wasn't able to do in, say, North Carolina or in Indiana. But Pennsylvania was her magic moment because, A, she had Barack Obama trashing small-town people right before she got in there. Like, he was bombarding the place before she got in there, before she landed. 2, she had you, and you're like her charisma machine because you got her excited, and she looked happy for the first time in her life. I'm sorry, for the first time in weeks. And then what else? What else? And then the Reverend got into the act. It was a magical mixture of stuff up there. I don't think she can reproduce that in other states.
It's Governor Ed Rendell.
Well, what about if she wins West Virginia by 20 points?
It's his special Kool-Aid.
I don't know. I'm not a West Virginia guy. I don't. Check with Bobby Byrd about West Virginia.
Hey, Governor, thank you so much. It was great to catch you late yesterday and have you on the show this morning. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Talk to you again soon because it's not over yet, baby.
I don't know about
I'll talk to you later. Hey, can Barack Obama win Pennsylvania?
That's the challenge. If he can't win the general without it.
Yeah, I know.
And he needs Ohio too. He has got to carry the base of the Democratic Party.